Spoilers and Fandom is like a book club for geeky stuff. Join us as we delve into the depth of our backlogs and sift through the games, comics, shows, movies, and books that we haven't checked out yet. Hey everyone, welcome to this episode of Spoilers and Fandom. Today, we're talking about the spoiler-filled episode of High Score Girl. Yay. I'm Hell's Knight.
I'm Hillary.
And,
yeah. I'm Hillary 2K2. I'm never sure which one I used, but whichever.
It's been way too long. Yeah. Anyways, if you're new to the show, we are talking full-on spoilers for High Score Girl, which is on Netflix. And we're going straight into spoilers. So if you're going to watch the show, maybe don't listen to this. If you don't care about spoilers, sure, go ahead.
Yeah. But if you plan on watching the show, please listen to the spoiler-free one.
Yeah, we will spoil like literally cool stuff that is kind of fun to watch, I guess, in the show.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Otherwise, on with the show.
Okay. Quick question.
Yeah.
Who do you prefer, Haru or Akira?
Who do I prefer? I think, in terms of a girlfriend, I like the other girl better.
Koharu.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought she made a better girlfriend. I really wanted these two to just be friends.
Yes.
Haru and Akira. Because they
work as friends.
They didn't look like they had any like chemistry. It's more like they just bonded over games. Yeah. Whereas Haru and Koharu, at least Koharu has this attraction and stuff.
Yeah, she feels for him.
Towards yeah. So yeah, but I mean, this is again another trope in I want to say Asian shows. That whoever the love interest is, it's always the second person who always seems just more suited to the person. Yeah, and they always get shafted somehow. I say they get shafted. She kind of got shafted. Yeah, I feel bad for her. Yeah. Like, I thought she was cool. Although she again in season 2, the way she gets a little forward, and it's kind of jarring. She literally, and this is what we were saying. Season 2, just
change of pace.
Yeah, the show goes from video games, haha, they're fun, and this is an anime, and it's really fun to I want to bang you tonight, like, and I'm like. When did
this happen?
Yeah. So that, I feel like this is a Netflix thing. Like they just like
they have to. There's a
instantly.
Stuff that they have to
yeah, we need them to bang. Like we need them to address banging, and it's kind of weird. I honestly don't like that unless they build up to it.
Yeah.
Because it did feel jarring. Like,
because even for me, that's the same issue I actually had with it.
Yeah.
Because I felt like him and Akira worked as friends.
Yeah.
But because Koharu cared more about him, she actually went out. She learned how to play games.
Yeah.
She's put herself out there for this guy. So
at
the very least, he should take her seriously.
Yeah. So. No, it's okay.
Yeah. He should take her seriously.
Yeah.
But again, rule of drama, and you know how these shows go.
Yeah.
We all know it. We knew from the get-go it was going to be Akira, so it's okay.
I always like really hope that the writers don't do the tropey thing. Whenever I watch these things, but they did.
Maybe by season 3, who knows? Maybe they'll end and then he'll come back.
Also, they did there's a lot of sports anime tropes in this as well.
Yeah. Sports anime.
There's a lot of sports anime tropes in this as well. So, like, for example, the person going away and then coming back to continue being a rival. Yes. This is such a trope. Like, there's a beach volleyball one I watched recently. Same thing. This has happened in even Free.
Yeah. Wait, you watch Free?
I watched Free.
Oh, cool. I never thought you'd watch Free, but okay, cool.
I had watched Free. It's very pretty.
Yes.
But yeah, that they were friends and then they got
They
separated.
were
Now they're
separated.
rivals. Like that's such a trope. So this does have that, but it is not a sports anime, and
Well, it is, considering that he wants to be like an esports champion.
well,
So you could say this is all just training up and
does
down.
he want to though?
He
Like
said that
it's
in
more
season
like
one.
I want to be the greatest player is his thing, but it doesn't really focus on that. He just goes to like in the whole show.
Yeah, he only
He
goes
goes to
to arcades.
one tournament twice, or he goes like for grudge matches between like area tournaments.
Yeah.
Which only happens once really. So it's not like I
Yeah,
hope
it's not
they
like a
if
big
they went
thing.
down that line
That would be
in
interesting.
season 3 or something, that would be cool.
Because
I'd
they
be
mentioned
down.
it at the beginning in season 1 when he said that he doesn't care that much about school. He's not that when he's explaining basically what sort of person he is.
Yeah,
He's saying that he's not very good in like studies.
Yeah.
He's not super popular.
yeah,
Games is what he has.
yeah.
And
But
he's like,
he does change
I
though.
want to be like a professional gamer.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I was like, that's actually what hooked me onto the show.
yeah.
Because I thought that's what you were interested in.
You know what I think is going to happen?
Mm-hmm.
This is my prediction. Because, and this is my favorite moment in the show. Because Akira comes from a family that's really strict and all this nonsense that goes on with her life, right?
Yeah.
And again, I really like the way, because of this person's actions, the reaction will be that this person will pay for it. Like with her sister,
Yeah.
her elder sister shrugging off her responsibilities, those responsibilities go on to the
The
younger one. And she's bearing the brunt of those strict rules and arranged marriage, whatever stuff comes along with that. And they didn't go into too much detail.
No.
Basically, she'll have an arranged marriage. She has to carry the family name. Blah blah blah
She
blah
has to
blah.
study forever.
Yeah,
Yeah. So she doesn't have any free time for herself and all that kind
yeah. So yeah, my favorite moment is when she is like she's been studying really really hard, and her teacher, her home tutor or whatever guardian, gives her that 1 day break. You can do whatever you want with Haro. Yaguchi. I was going to say Yaguchi. You can do whatever you want with him. And he's like, oh, I'll just take her to the arcade. And his sister's like, nah. You do that all the time. And you could always do that. But why don't you, because you have 1 day, why don't you try and plan for something more special? And he gets one of those RPG Maker games and he designs a whole RPG for her to play.
Yeah.
Where like he makes like the people she knows in real life like bosses and things like I thought that was so cute. That was so cute.
Yeah.
So the game has like a lot of like really really charming like moments like that. And what was the point I was trying to make?
Your favorite part.
Yeah, but what was that related to?
Anyway.
Yeah, anyway, that was my favorite moment. And I really like that level of detail with their relationship. When he did that, their relationship sort of had that romance thing,
Yeah.
that part of it. But other than that, they didn't really feel like a couple.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
this is something we failed to mention in the other episode.
What?
Akira doesn't speak.
Yeah. I would leave that for a spoiler. I was convinced she would speak in the second season
Yeah, even me.
because it looked like she does in the trailer. She doesn't.
That's it.
And my theory about this is she has autism or a speech impairment. And so she's like just brilliant and she's just awkwardly social. She's just like socially awkward. Similar to Yaguchi, who's socially awkward, but he's just really into games.
Yeah.
Whereas she's a genius, but she
Just
just
that.
doesn't speak.
Okay, I didn't think that hard about it. I was just like, okay, cool. You guys just don't want to voice her. Fine.
Because it is odd that I do like
Having
if that is the reason that she has a speech impairment and they just don't address it. I like that It's just like they just go with it,
another thing, yeah.
and they don't like if it is that they don't like ham fist that into the narrative.
Yeah, exactly. They don't make it
Yeah.
like a big point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for someone who doesn't speak, she's quite expressive.
Yes.
So you know, yeah, the best moments are when she's expressing stuff. Well, the funniest moments are when she's expressing anger. I'll put it that way.
Yes. When she stomps on his feet.
When she beats up anyone.
Like that couple that they actually fight in
Yeah.
the arcade.
Be real. You've seen those people before as
yeah.
well. They hang out like the ragers in arcades. Oh, the bullies.
It was so nice seeing them get their comeuppance though.
Yeah.
It was so nice.
And they're there throughout the entire show. they appear like randomly in the background.
Like even just the arcade crew.
Yeah.
Like even in season 2 when they start talking about when they start like reacting to the attention that Haru keeps getting.
Yeah.
Because they're like, you're not a real gamer because you're getting attention from girls. And you're like,
Yeah,
well, that's true. Yeah,
this is a real thing.
Would say that.
Yeah, this is a real thing. Well, this was a real thing at least.
Yeah.
Or even the way it starts, like how can a girl be in the arcade? How dare you know that like the toxic gamer entitlement.
Yes.
Yaguchi has that at the start, where and it is a thing. I have seen people react that way, and it's weird.
How dare she?
How dare she?
Come
into my territory.
land.
This
Yes.
is the holy. This is, you know.
Then it goes from that to, she's actually pretty good. She's beaten me a couple of times.
Yeah,
to,
she's better than me.
Yeah,
I need to beat her.
I can't allow this to
One
happen.
day, I will beat her.
And then he does, and she gets mad at him. Okay, he beats her.
Or does she let him?
No. The first time when he beats her by Gal Turtle.
Yeah.
He beats her fair. and
I
square,
don't
but it's just
remember.
It wasn't an honorable win.
Yeah, because her controls were messed, which she obviously didn't complain about.
Yeah.
But anyways, gamer pride is a thing,
Yeah.
and rage quitting is a thing.
Wow.
And- yeah.
I'm really happy that they captured all those
Yeah.
satellite bits of what gaming is.
Yeah.
They capture the vibe of you
Yeah.
learning and playing games.
Yeah.
They capture that vibe so strongly
Yeah.
that that's why honestly I'd recommend it to anybody who's like, even if you've never played a game,
Yeah.
watch it so you learn what we feel when we play games.
Oh yeah. So my prediction is that Yaguchi it goes into game development.
Yes.
That is my prediction.
No, he definitely.
Because of that romance. So that's why I was talking about it. Because of what he did with creating that RPG. I feel like that is something he might get into. Just because the story threads are there for him getting into that at some point.
And no joke, when I saw that,
Yeah.
I almost considered doing the exact same thing. Like
Yeah.
just taking I'd take like a couple of months
Yeah.
and be like, I have 5 hours a week.
Yeah.
I sink those into developing a game.
Yeah. I was thinking tabletop RPG rather than because programming. But you know what I mean? Like,
But yeah, actually, a tabletop.
yeah, that would be easier to do.
Okay, let us know if you guys are interested in seeing whatever we'd make. Let us know.
Oh, I'm gonna be a while away if you do that.
It's okay. Why not?
I mean, that's a personal thing with your girl, man.
But it's okay.
Okay.
I don't mind putting it out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fair.
So for me, my favorite moment was was also in season 1. Strangely enough, it was when she ran away. After her tutor was got really really strict with her and she couldn't deal.
Yeah.
And she was like, I can't. She ran away. She just ran away. And now Haru was the one who was looking for her.
Yeah.
So he goes across different towns, different arcades. He spends like a whole day looking for her. Finds her in the middle of in the evening. Then he's like, we can't go home because the last train's gone. So he calls his mom. His mom gives him money. They go to a hotel. That whole story, that was the part that I was like, okay, this is when something is gonna happen. But they just remain friends, and that was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, that was the part that worked.
I think staying at a love hotel is also a trope in romance anime, though.
Yeah.
They have to squeeze it into every single romance I've ever watched.
Our love hotels.
They are a thing. Yeah, they are a thing.
That hotel, that widespread.
They are a thing. It's more like because the houses in look. You will correct me if you live in Japan, and I am way wrong, but this is what I was told. Because the houses are so small and people are private and they're thin walls, if you have kids as a couple, it's better to go to a hotel to bang rather than do it where your kid can hear you.
Okay, yeah, true.
It
makes sense.
Yeah. Like, again, if you're staying with your parents, are you going to take a girl home or are you going to go to a hotel?
Wow. Culturally, that's such a weird thing.
Sex is really different in Japan to other countries. I don't understand it personally.
And
it's held, yeah.
It's extremes in both ways, because you'd be like, okay, fine, you can't do anything at home, so you go out, and everybody accepts this. And on the flip side, you can buy panties in a vending machine.
Yeah. So it's like a weird thing. It's like it's like both extremes.
Yeah.
This is a thing that we acknowledge.
It happens.
That is a private thing.
Yeah.
And we have facilities for that everywhere. Like, you know.
So it's not it's private. It's just
different.
that it's not something for you guys to worry about.
Yeah.
It's nothing to be.
I think it's.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's kind of nice in a way that it's liberal, but it acknowledges that it's important, I guess.
Yeah.
But there is a bit of dissonance with that. It is a bit of a culture shock, I guess. I'm gonna go there one day. I'll investigate and tell you.
What didn't you like about the show?
Yeah, that second season, I honestly thought nothing happened in the second season. It's like the second season had the turf war.
With the girls.
With the well.
Okay, no.
I say with the girls, but it wasn't even like that big a deal. It just had the conclusion of their thing, which I thought season 1 ended with the same conclusion that season 2 had.
Yeah.
With him being like, yeah, I care about this person. And then season 2 ends with, yeah, I care about this person. So, like, I'm missing the point of, like, season 2 felt like filler for me.
And in any case, if they're pointing to the fact that he's actually in love with Akira, that was shown in season 1 when he gave her the ring. Like, that ring thing was the cutest thing I've ever seen.
That was cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so cute.
Yeah. And the fact that she kept it even when she went and came back as his rival.
Yeah.
That was really dope.
Yeah.
So I didn't see the need for those 10 episodes.
Yeah,
of the tease of will they, won't they, and then they're like, okay, fine.
Yeah, I wish that there was a plot in season 2, because literally season 2, I watched it more recently.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's so, besides the you know, like, one of his friends being like, he's still like he's still like a little prick to Yaguchi.
Yeah.
He's still a prick, but he kind of grows and realizes that, yeah, these two guys are the only guys who will ever hang out with me because I'm so dislikable.
Yeah. One of them doesn't care though.
Yeah, and so I'll still be a prick, but I acknowledge that we're friends, kind of thing. That for me was the only takeaway from season 2. I didn't enjoy it that much. Yeah. I liked more the gamer myths and things that were there. Like, I don't know if you had this as well. Like in Nairobi, we had the Surrey Center arcade.
Yeah.
And we would hear rumors of other arcades that where you could go. This was so ingrained in my head. Like, you could go to Yaya Center, for example, and there would be this machine that was there that let you play, and it had this game that sounded magical. Your friends would tell you about these stories about these games, and when you'd go there, you wouldn't find it, or you would find like one machine.
Yeah.
And it would be what they said, or you would not find it.
Yeah.
Like they have that in season 1 with this magical arcade that's cheaper and stuff, and looks like a ghost story of this guy who collected arcade machines.
Like, have you been? Okay, this is again Nairobi.
Lucky Strike.
This is again Nairobi arcade life.
Yeah.
I used to be sorry.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Let me move it a bit.
I used to be one of those arcade guys
Yeah.
here, and the other arcade that I used to go to, other than the Sarit one,
Yeah.
was a place in town called Pop In.
Yeah, okay.
It's literally a basement.
Uh-huh.
I'll take you there one day.
It's still there?
It's still there. But I don't know whether it's open during now this COVID thing.
Yeah.
So when we find out, I'll find out actually. Let me find out. If it's still open.
I thought all
we will
arcades
actually
were
go there.
closed.
Nah, like Pop-In was open when I was in campus. So at the very least, at least 10 years ago, it was open.
Yeah, I don't
But
know
it
if
might
it still
still
will be.
We'll find out. Why not?
Yeah,
and
fine.
if it is, we'll see. We'll see. Because now there they had like, you remember the arcade they went to with the old woman?
Uh-huh.
Obacha and the evil one. The evil old woman, which was
Yeah, yeah.
It's an arcade like that. In the sense that they have incredibly old games.
Yeah.
And they don't always work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, like, Pop-In is like a basement where you'll have like 20 machines.
Yeah.
Maybe half of them work.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. It was a nice place. I really liked that place.
Yeah.
And the last time I heard they were selling some of those machines, I don't know.
Oh. Yeah, that's not a good sign. But yeah, I really missed the arcade culture here. For me it was just Sarat and Lucky Strike.
I never went to
Or
Lucky Strike.
or you would find like before Lucky Strike. This is hilarious. So before Lucky Strike was there, you'd go to Tuna Tree. Which was the you'd go to Tuna Tree,
Wow.
which was a restaurant, and just at the entrance they would just have Soul Edge.
Yeah.
That was it. And they somehow then ended up putting that into Lucky Strike because it's in the same compound.
I never went.
Lucky Strike had these games that I still, till today, have never seen before. Because there was one game, again, this sounds like a myth. You'd have, it was like sort of like a robot deathmatch kind of thing, where you're like a quad, you're sort of like a tank or a quad robot thing. And you'd have two joysticks controlling your movement. And each of those joysticks would control different weapons and stuff. But you need to master the movement of moving around with it.
Yeah.
It was so unique, and you could have like deathmatch or fight like other guys. It was really tough to fight like AI. It was really fun fighting each other. I have no idea what that game was called.
Will look okay.
Yeah, literally like the controls are two joysticks,
Two joysticks.
each.
I've never heard
So like if you move both joysticks back, you move like
back.
it's like
It's
pressing
like
S.
leaning back and
Yeah, and if
moving
you
back.
press like one forward and one back,
You look down and
you turn.
Oh, you turn.
You turn. Like if you move the left side forward and the right side back, you
You
turn.
turn right.
Yeah, you turn right.
Okay.
So it had those kinds of sensibilities, and
That's weird.
like it's such a unique arcade machine. And now of course you had MK3 over there, and yeah. There are some good games there, man. But
Now,
yeah.
this is what High School Girl does.
Yeah.
It takes you back to these places.
It does. It
takes you back
really
to this.
does. Yeah. I miss those days, man.
I bet those places are still open. Like I know.
No, they're not.
There's one. Okay, there's only one arcade that I know that's still running,
Yeah.
and it's that place at the hub.
Yeah, they don't have games though.
No, they don't. They
when
have a couple. Not
okay,
many.
when I went there, they only had like stuff for kids where you just press buttons and sweets come out. Everything else wasn't working.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
When I went there, like there's a shooting game. There's a bunch of riding games. I remember seeing something that was close to like an Indiana Jones game as well.
Yeah, nothing was working when I went.
Oh, okay.
Nothing. None of those were working. It was just like you know those rides where you put your kid in and they move.
Oh, and they just shake.
Yeah. Those are there.
Damn.
Those worked.
Okay, this is a place that has an indoor merry-go-round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, their ticketing system is weird. They don't use coins. They use like
A card.
they use like a credit, like
It's like a credit card that
you load it with cash and then you swipe it. Most of the readers were spoiled.
Because I have a card, but I never use. I only got a card because I took like my nephew and niece there.
Yeah.
And we ended up spending the whole day.
When was this?
Okay, a few years back.
Okay, so I went more recently and there was like 3 machines working. We had all this money on the card. We didn't know what to do. We gave it away.
Let me go, let me go this weekend. I'll check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do wish there were more arcades. And again, consoles took over everything. And again, I like that it's reflected in the show.
Yeah.
That he goes out less
Yeah,
as
he
well
sounds good.
because he has the games at home and he doesn't have time because he's got
School
part-time
and part-time
job and
jobs,
yeah.
which sucks. But it's also
It's part of growing up. Yeah.
It's part of growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, his progression of like changing his attitude towards life, whereas games are all I care about, he starts caring about more stuff. He cares enough to get a job to buy more games. Cares enough about getting his license so he can take her around. But again, it's a little jarring when he's like, I need to give up on games so that Akira... Like, why would you think that? That was so weird.
Yeah.
I think that was my weirdest moment in the show. Why would he give up on games to get a driving license?
Yeah.
If anything, let me stop playing for now, get a driving license, and we can go play more games.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah,
that would be
go to any arcade now.
Yeah. But no.
No, drama.
Yeah. So that was a little weird.
Yeah.
Season 2 just all around is just weird.
But I think they've also gotten that feedback.
Yeah.
Because I don't know whether you've read reviews of
No.
other people who watch the show.
No.
Everybody says the same thing. Everybody is complaining about season 2. Everybody says, yeah, it's good, but not as good as season 1. And a lot
Season
of the choices
2.
that they did for season 2, all those things was just unnecessary.
Yeah. By the way, the dub is quite good. There are no jokes in this that get lost in translation.
Yeah. There's nothing you'd miss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's talking about games, really. If like the jokes are about games, really. Yeah. So it's a good dub.
That's a good dub. Okay, I haven't seen the dub.
You watched the Japanese one?
I'll try to listen. I'll try to listen to it and see.
Yeah. I mean, Yaguchi, he sounds like dubs are... People hate dubs. A lot of people hate dubs. I love them. Though, yeah, they can be done really bad.
Yeah.
But I'd say that it goes the same way with well, if you're watching it subbed, if you're listening to the voice acting of the Japanese actors, they can be bad actors as well.
Yeah.
So it goes both ways, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And it's hard to pick up on that if you are not fluent in Japanese.
Yeah.
So
It's easier.
chill. So chill. Yeah. Because you're reading a script and watching stuff rather than listening. But yeah, it's a good dub. I wouldn't call it like insanely good, but all the characters sound like how they look. Yaguchi sounds like Yaguchi. The driver sounds like a driver. Guile and Zangief. So again, this is how I judge a dub. Zangief is a Russian character. He's talking in English but with a Russian accent, which is good enough for me if you're talking about dubs. Yeah.
Okay. But
I mean,
you didn't answer, by the way. Who did you prefer between Haru and Akira?
for a relationship, Haru was better. As a character, I did like Akira, but it's more like I related a lot with Akira as well in her gaming choices.
That's what I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
Because in season 2, it's mentioned that she picks the characters she picks because nobody else would pick them. They're not popular picks.
Yeah, that's why she picks them.
Yeah.
I just picked them because they look like big and like, yeah, I just like bigger and like big characters. I like them. They just look cooler. I don't know.
Because like even for me, that's part of the reason why I like Akira because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Akira's mastery.
Yeah.
But I really like Haru's passion more. It shines out better than her mastery.
Haru's passion
Yeah,
or
I like Haru's passion more than I like Akira's mastery.
Oh, I thought you were talking about between Akira and
Those are the two things
Blondie.
I like about them. Like if I had to
Blondie.
pick between the two, I'd honestly
Blondie.
pick Haru. Blondie, yeah. Because Blondie, she got really good really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She got amazing really fast, yeah. And
I'd pick her over Akira.
And she was
She's I don't know. I'd still pick Haru. I like him because
Haru.
I see myself in him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I mean, yeah, he is the main character. I do like him. I thought you meant between the two girls.
Between the two girls,
Yeah.
yes, I'd still much rather he picked Blondie than...
Yeah.
Because, as you said, they were friends.
Yeah.
There wasn't any need to upgrade that relationship. There wasn't any pressure from either one of them to upgrade it.
Yeah.
So you wonder why they did it, but again, rule of drama.
It's the story. It is a manga.
It's a manga. It's
And
on
they're-
Netflix.
Yeah. It was written
Yeah.
as a love story, I guess.
Yeah. But it's not too bad. It's okay. Yeah. I still stand by it's a very strong 8, either way.
Yeah.
Even with all these things that we complained about, it's a very strong 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's all we got to say about it, right?
That's pretty much it.
What was your worst moment? I've talked about mine.
My worst moment was I really didn't like her tutor.
Yeah.
I felt like she was just being mean for the sake of being mean.
Yeah.
Like she wasn't... All the things that she was trying to the discipline that she kept on giving her
Yeah.
felt mean. At no point did it feel like, I'm doing this to teach you X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
She's already top of her class. Give her some time to chill, man.
Oh, they're gonna go. If they ever explain that, it will be the tragic backstory of the teacher
She
and
tried
how.
being a gamer and it didn't work out.
And so this is what I learned. You must focus on discipline in order to achieve your goals, rather than blah blah blah.
And then she plays Haru and then she's like, so I can enjoy my passion and still do what I want to do. Okay.
Yeah, she loosens up a little bit. She's like, oh, I'll be out of the house on this day where you want to do this. You shouldn't do this, and I forbid it. I'm not going to be around, though. Which is so typical.
This show, I actually really enjoyed this show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just that second season. I can't remember what happened.
A lot of it is just gaps. I remember the beginning and the end.
Yeah.
The 9 episodes in between, the 12 episodes in between, I just can't. Just a gap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something's weird about that. Anyway. Yeah, give it a watch. You will probably love the first season.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Second season is...
if you can explain the second season to me, please school me. And yeah, still an 8 out of 10. Watch this.
And also catch the next movie we're
Yeah,
watching.
the next movie we're watching is called Howl's Moving Castle. It is my pick, and hopefully after that we'll go back to you picking stuff.
After that it's me. Yeah. After that
It's
me.
yeah, because I picked Spec Ops. You'll be picking game next.
Wow. Dude,
Yeah.
how are you giving me the hard ones?
I picked Spec Ops.
Okay, yeah.
You're picking the next game.
Okay.
And the next something else. I'll tell you once we get to it. And you're still reading Midnight Tides.
And I'm
We're still reading Midnight Tides, by the way. We have not given up. It is
It's slow.
it's
honestly, I'm the one who's holding us up. So sorry. Yeah.
if
so-
we're being honest, that for both of us, I think this book had some pacing issues. We are working on it though.
Dude.
Well, you are working
I
through
am
it, but
working
there are
through it.
pacing issues.
Can
If
I-
that gives you
I
insight.
don't know whether I should say that here or not. No, let's just wrap this one up.
Okay, yeah.
That's for that
That's
other episode.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'm Hillary. Wow. I'm Hell's Knight.
I'm Hillary, aka Hilatuketu, aka Sujay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for listening. And have fun.
Have fun.
Do you have an opinion on what we just discussed? Did we miss something? Tell us in the comments section and we'll read it in the next episode. If you're listening on Anchor, send us a voice message and we'll add it to this episode. Don't forget to follow our podcast on Twitter @SpoilFans for updates. And follow our Instagram for behind the scenes action @SpoilersInFandom. Also, subscribe to us on YouTube and Anchor to get the latest episodes.